Have you ever wondered what you're truly capable of when the world crumbles around you? When morality becomes your only guiding star in a world devoid of humanity? In the annals of gaming history, there exists a unique experience, one that's more than just a game. It's a moral crucible. It's not about high scores or epic battles. It's about the choices you make when there are no good options left. It's time to embark on a journey that will test your moral compass, where survival becomes a question of ethics and every decision weighs heavily on your conscience. So let me ask you this: what would you do to survive? To truly understand this war of mine, we have to set the stage. Imagine a world torn asunder by war, where the line between right and wrong blurs into obscurity. Our story begins in a world plagued by conflict, where the roar of warplanes and the rattle of gunfire are the lullabies of the night. This is a city torn asunder, its streets littered with rubble and despair. A city in chaos, where every corner echoes with the ghosts of happier times. In the midst of this chaos, you're not a soldier or a hero, you're a survivor. In this war of mine, the player assumes the role of everyday civilians, those caught in the crossfire, struggling to stay alive, grappling with the harshness of war. You'll experience the relentless struggle for food, shelter, and safety. You'll turn scraps into tools and attempt to find shelter within these grim surroundings. Your mission isn't to triumph over evil, it's to survive the darkness. But as you'll soon discover, survival isn't always straightforward. The problem that haunts is this: in a world where the line between right and wrong has been obliterated, what choices will you make to stay alive? Imagine yourself in the shoes of a starving survivor. You're desperate and your family's lives hang in the balance. A frail figure, an opportunity to steal food presents itself. What truly sets this game apart is the profound moral dilemmas it thrusts upon you. It's not just about surviving, it's about the cost of survival. The choices you make, the sacrifices you're willing to endure, define the story. But it doesn't stop there. This indie game from a small studio has transcended the gaming world. It's sparked debates, raised awareness, and pushed the boundaries of what video games can achieve. And we're about to unravel all of this. So, buckle up, curious explorers, because this is not just a game. It's a journey through the human soul. This is the morality of survival, exploring this war of mine. Join me as we delve a game that forces you to question your decisions, challenges your ethics, and unveils the complexities of survival in the face of despair. It's a story of humanity in its rawest form. In the end, when everything is stripped away, what kind of survivor will you be? Ready to explore new horizons? Smash the subscribe button and embark on a journey of discovery with us. Now that we've set the stage, let's dive into the mechanics that make this war of mine unique. The heart of every great game beats in the stories of those who craft it. To truly grasp the profound depth of this war of mine, we must first journey into the annals of its creators, who dared to defy the norms and delve into the moral complexities of survival. 11-Bit Studios, a small independent game development company hailing from Poland, embarked on a path less trodden. Their quest was not one for the typical power fantasies found in gaming. No, they aspired to narrate a different tale, a story etched in the horrors and sacrifices of war as perceived through the eyes of civilians. And thus, this war of mine was born, a game that carries within it a journey like no other. In interviews, the visionaries at 11-Bit Studios passionately conveyed their mission: to craft a game that'd tug at the heartstrings. A game where your moral compass is your most vital tool. Paweł Michałowski and Patryk Grzeszczuk, the minds behind this war of mine, shared how this game started as a personal project. Inspired by real stories from their own families about war, it wasn't about making just another game, but about capturing the raw emotions of war survivors. It's about sadness, helplessness, determination, protectiveness, anger, and the primal need to survive. And when you do survive, it's not about traditional victory, it's about catharsis, that deep emotional release. But what sets This War of Mine apart? Well, it's all about the choices. In this game, your decisions aren't just about survival. They weigh on your conscience. They force you to make calls you'd never consider in any other game. It's not just a matter of winning or losing. It's about the impact of your actions on your characters and their world. Now, the real magic here is how the gameplay influences you. Imagine playing a game where you're pushed far beyond your comfort zone. Maya Chowsky and the team realized that gamers have been conditioned to expect certain patterns in games. Think about it: solving puzzles, distinguishing friend from foe, or finding useful skills in your RPG team. It's the gaming norm. But This War of Mine doesn't play by those rules. It throws you into situations where these patterns don't apply. You're left bewildered and curious, examining every detail. This unique approach creates a strong, unbreakable bond between you and the characters. Resource management here isn't just a strategic puzzle. It's a matter of life and death. Your meager supplies must be rationed, forcing you into painful choices: who gets to eat and who endures hunger. Scavenging takes on a perilous hue. You'll tiptoe through deserted homes, risking it all for medicine, sustenance, or materials. Every step is laden with uncertainty. One of the most striking aspects of This War of Mine is the gut-wrenching consequences it throws at us. You're not playing as a superhero. You're an ordinary person trying to survive in a war-torn city. The choices you make in this game truly reflect the harsh realities of life during conflict. The characters in the game have their own psyche, and witnessing them struggle with the choices we make can be genuinely heart-wrenching. It's incredible how this game taps into the human psyche, making us reflect on the gravity of our decisions. Let me share a personal experience. I remember the first time I made a bad choice and my character died unexpectedly. The emotional impact was like a punch in the gut. I was fully immersed in the game's environment, and I felt intense grief over her death. It's a testament to the game's storytelling and the emotional connection it creates. But I'm not the only one who's had such experiences. You can find countless anecdotes of people sharing their own emotional journeys within the game. Some faced impossible choices, while others regretted their decisions deeply. At the game's nadir, you might find yourself torn, questioning your choices, wrestling with your own morality. This is the soul of This War of Mine, where the line between right and survival blurs. Maybe you encounter a group of survivors in desperate need. Will you share your precious food with them, even if it means your own group goes hungry? The emotion being conveyed here is a complex one. The game forces you to confront your own belief system. It makes you question the decisions you'd make when pushed to the edge. You'll see characters tormented by the choices they've made, battling guilt, despair, and often a loss of hope. However, it's not just about the characters, it's about the narrative. This War of Mine tells a story shaped by your choices, and this storytelling arc adds depth to the game. As you wrestle with moral dilemmas, you become an active participant in the narrative. Your choices become the story, and this interactivity is a hallmark of this masterpiece. The beauty of gaming lies in its power to hold a mirror to our own existence. That mirror reflects the raw essence of the human condition. It's a profound commentary on our shared humanity.